Hello, hello. I'm just gonna jump right into it because I'm just playing the same game as yesterday. But what I didn't want to do for sure before we start anything was work on my sound levels because they're not great. So let me see. So let me see. What is that reverb? Hold on a second. Oh, definitely getting some weird feedback. Oh wait, hold on. Well, there's no way for me to. Okay, I think it's just the fact that I'm listening to Twitch on my computer and listening to the phone. But let me see if I watch from Stream Manager. Stream Manager. There you go. Okay. There you go. Okay. There you go. Okay. So, is that okay? Does that sound weird? And now it's just getting that reverb again. So, okay. I think we're good. Um, just trying to make sure that I am not awkwardly like echoing for y'all. I definitely still hear it. Hello, thank you for the follow. I am so sorry. I am trying to figure out what this weird like reverb is. I'm doing good. How are you? It's like I don't know. I hear it, but maybe I'm just crazy. I feel like I'm picking up on sounds that aren't actually there. Tired and sleepy. Honestly, relatable. Very relatable. I'm changing my lighting real quick because it's a little too blow. Getting a lot of gloss on my head. Oh, ooh, that's bad. It was good. It was good. I had work all day and it was exhausting, frankly. Um, I work as a project manager for a website dev company, which is great because I work from home 2 days a week. But the type of work I do, it's very repetitive and it can be frustrating. So I had a bit of a frustrating day, but that's why we play games at night to make the frustration go away. Happy birthday! Wow, thanks for watching my stream on your birthday. I appreciate you. No big plans for the birthday? Gosh, I'm making this lighting even worse. I wish I could like zoom in and be more specific. It's fine. That'll do just fine. How old are you turning today? 18. Oh, you're legally an adult who has to pay taxes now. I'm so sorry. Well, at least that's a fun time. 18th birthdays are a big deal, and even if you're spending them hanging out and chilling out. I think my 18th birthday, what did I even do? Where was I? 18. I feel like that's so long ago. It's only 12 years, but I genuinely don't even remember what I did. I probably did exactly what you're doing. I probably stayed home. I was not a very busy teenager when it comes to parties and stuff. Not really my vibe. I do remember my 16th birthday. I enjoyed a tub of ice cream with my mom on the sofa while we watched like So You Think You Can Dance or something. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and start loading up my game here. So we're playing Strange Antiquities tonight. Oh no, don't be sorry at all. Please go get some rest. It's birthday time. Believe me, the older you get, the earlier you go to bed. It's a great time. But 2 a.m., way too late for me. Enjoy your sleep. Thank you for hopping on. Have a great birthday. Good night. Let's see. We were on day 7 and I auto-saved it, so. So we are already on day 7 through this. The maiden points the way. I am buried among the trees. Well, let's work on this one, I guess. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Is it this one? I don't think it's this, because it says the maiden in the tower. Unless that's the tower. And there's like 4 towers. Can it be this? No, it doesn't let me dig outside. So it's not outside. So it's something on this map. Let's see. Maiden in the tower. Is there a tower on the map? Great. Gallifrey's Tower, 22. 2021. 22. Another tower? Seems to be the only tower. But it says she's buried amongst the trees. There's no trees on this one, though. Look up. We'll see what happens. Oh, just kidding. It was just a map in general, so I had to click that one anyway. Okay. I climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower, and I'm rewarded with the views across the Lake Undermere. I am not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, a maiden. Her outstretched arms point east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Across the rooftops and beyond. Okay. Go southeast across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. This one? There it is! Figured it out! We're smart! I'm finding what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into the sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. What I get? Oh! Interesting. Let's see. Nope, that didn't do anything. Thought maybe that would do something. It didn't do anything. I'll in the next one. I wake up. The beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday, and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating up in it. Belly up and blackened they were. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Calgath Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robinson earlier, and she said the 2 women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. What we got? When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know I'm the one talking about. Second from the left, in the row of 4. I found myself outside stores 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It's taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write you this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Your friend in faith, Anna Bryant. Let's see. Alright. Abandoned house on the lakefront. We take a boat out of the northern tip of Naylor Island. note on what Nylar Island is? Oh, well, that's Nylar Island. Northern tip of Nylar Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Section second from the left in the row of 4. Left, right. This one? I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague, after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through the loose mortar and the crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large, melted candles pool outside onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar, there's a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it's been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it at all, but after a while, I notice an inscription that says simply, "I open to the voice." Let's see if anything says voice. Voice of Ceranos? So there's Voice of Ceranos. Lead Heart and Eye of Ceranos. So anything that says voice. No. I mean, we can try the Voice of Ceranos. We're so good at this game. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it away here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Ooh! Kitty! Well, that does in fact have a light pink gemstone. It's of gold. It's a pretty nice little friend. Light pink gemstone. Oh. What's a light pink gemstone? Oh. Come back. Of selenic nature, pearly opalescent, usually pink or off-white, protection, and enveloping night. Where's the note I had? This one. Moon something. Banishment of Hobsphere. I mean, the pink stone that it is. Protection. Worth a shot. Kitty? Anything happen? Nothing appears to have happened. Hmm. Hmm. No. Well, I know these two are it, because that's what the note says. Horn Shackle, check. Evocant, check. And then a moon something, which I can only assume is this Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic sight. These tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. That's all I know about it. I don't have any information on Hobbs' fear or Noctic sight. Hobsphere. It just says Noctic Guardian. Or Noctic. Sleep Vessel, Selenic Totem, Ambra, Noctite, Moonstone Guardian. Sleep Vessel. Selenic Totem. These items cause mental fog, withering intellect. Noctic. The banishment of Noctic sight, so something that banishes the darkness, is what I would assume. I mean, that makes sense because it's a stone of protection and enveloping night. And it's the shape of a comforting guardian. It's a cat. It says the alcove key, but I don't see where the alcove would even be. I'm determined to believe that that's it, because that's the only thing I've come across that is the form of a comforting guardian, so to speak. Oh! Just kidding. Scared the crap out of me. Okay, we found things. Wooden cups. Sneaky, sneaky. I was determined to believe it was the cat. Let's see which one. We can tuck that away. We can tuck that away. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition of your disposition. It may not be in my intention to bring to a matter of your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation for your pale, leaden heart of the thematic art. Okay. He likes to rhyme. These items depict the god Cerados in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to their core of lead hidden by a modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and sometimes given as wedding gifts. Ooh, this thing's heavy. There we go. A lead heart. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. What to get me? that for this. Appears to match. Aha! Let's see. Doot. Success! On curses. And we have a little cursed item here as well. Things are getting spooky! Away you go. You're blocking my view. I'm trying to do a little reorganization. Vessels of sorts can all go up there. Still have my necklaces all together. Let's bring the vessels all together. Okay. These guys up here. Can I put this mask on him? Alas, I cannot. Put the creepy hands all together. And the fingies. And the tree. There you go. Now that can stay over there. Move over just a bit. I like having all of my animal form ones all together over here. Okay, I like to group mine so it's easier to find things in the future. Whether they all group together by something that makes sense, couldn't tell you, but it wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long. But I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. The Order of the Black Veil seems more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state of Mr. Hungerford was found in. That said, they said that it would take a very powerful force to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I'll be gone for a few days, but perhaps you seem to be handling yourself well here. I have hiccups. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he has taken an interest in horticulture. Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Oh. Warm and tingly to the touch. And delicate. Vessel, maybe? Something warm and tingly to the touch. Maybe? Warm. Oh, I forgot to label that one. What is that one? Hearing charm? No. Silent breath? It's whatever one is inspired by that poppy plant. Come on. Where is it? Okay, St. John's Anvil. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, warm and tingly. Scythian charm. Here we are. All right. Who's next? Oh, this lady. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything that's in the literature that fits the symptoms. I'm finding that they become violent if they are restrained, and if they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful menther might get a moment of lucidity out of them. But if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Restful menther or a witch's finger? Well, I know I have a witch's finger. Witches' fingers are said to be severed digits of the witches of Undermere. They're capable of inflicting intense pain. But the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. So these are witch's finger. Obvi. Versus the restful menther. A menther is a thaumaturge's link to the inner mind. Hot tea made from a Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of menther. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush of clutter and consciousness, promoting clarity of thoughts. I mean, that makes more sense. Like, purify the body, but it doesn't sound like their body is the problem. It sounds like it's their mind. So it's one of these. Maybe this one? It's either this or this. So only 2 pages of purses. Okay, so I think it's this one. Oh, I guess not. Maybe this one? Okay, well that one, the picture is different than the actual cup. Just saying. Ah, I should have looked at the gemstones. What I should do is make sure I've labeled everything that I've used. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tags there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 tags. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 26 already labeled. So I've labeled all of them. Well, he knew what he had to do. Without hesitation, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. It's a bishop. At least it looks like a bishop's tower. I am the closest to the sunset, but the furthest from sunrise. So the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Sun rises north, south. So maybe? Nope. North, south, east, west. And the part says, I am the closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Jacob's Folly. Lady Rosalind built the folly in her memory of her husband. The lake goes. Okay, not that. It's got to be on this map. North, south, east, west. Maybe this? Success. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one but 2 smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. No? Nothing? Okay. Something by a diurenic seal. Any object made from silver induces a diurenic field. Something protected by... Where'd that note go? These two notes correlate. Something protected by a diurenic seal. Detected, protected, infected, something ed by a diurenic seal. Something object made from silver. I think it's probably something along the lines of any object made from silver induces a diurenic field. So let's see if I have anything of silver. Iron. Iron. Tin. Iron. Tarnished silver. I thought maybe hovering this over something would enact something or turn it on or something. I don't know. TID. It definitely says TID at the end. TED. Some TID by a diurenic seal. That's a Y object made from silver. Deuces. Induces, produces, something along those lines. I like to play with stuff because you never know what you'll find. Sometimes something might react to flame. Like I know the messenger reacts to flame. Diuretic of the day. Alright, that's fine. We'll figure that out later. I was hoping to figure that out. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now, with all this happening, she's gotten in her head that he's behind it somehow. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she does come in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know she's still loved. I've seen people giving one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. Wooden totems, You. Wooden totems. I remember One person came in here looking for something to give their grandmother at one point. Selenic totem. Yes. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. Jack Hungerford was not responded well to the Drenthium tea. If anything, he appears to have sunken deeper into the trance. Ah, shit. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. Should have done the fingers. I was worried that it was like a thing of the mind, not the body. So I didn't do the body. Should have done the fingers. Those silly sods at Cargarth Hall wouldn't let me look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old grit. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tebanine cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. Tenebran cloak. On activation, Tenebran cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Maybe? It's all the elements on there. The single stone is set in bronze. Turquoise gemstone. Okay, well, where's the turquoise? Topaz, Bibonite. I don't see anything about the turquoise gemstone. Okay. I've got one more try. A single stone set in bronze. I mean, those are the only two that make sense. What, Bobby? If he's not in his room, then yes. That's a sunbond, though. I don't see what you need. Oh, I'm so gonna mess this one up. This is gonna be the first one that I mess up. I've done that one and I've done that one, and both of those are the single stone set in bronze. A spirit eye or a sun bond, but they're already tagged. They can't be those. Can't be those. I tried both of those and it said no. Tenebran cloak. Let's see the picture if there is one again. On activation, Tenebran cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. Single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. It's a totem. That's gold, though. What does the amethyst do? I don't think that's right either, because that's a wooden box. That's slate. I don't have a Tenebrand cloak. I don't think I have this. I mean, that's a totem. Pinkish gemstone. Enveloping night. Would have never guessed that one easily, because that looks like the same color as the fucking bronze. And they said it was in bronze, but they did not say it was only bronze. That is where they get you. Hopefully I don't mess up again, because I've only got one mess up left for the day. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so he had a brief chat, and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs. Very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And all I'm asking in return is a Valent. Have I done a Valent yet? I have not. The holes in Valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurous to help them find their way. Curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Weathered, hard and cool. Bingo, baby! Got a new map. We love a new map. Oh, well, I already did that. Sorry, buddy, but you, were a little tardy to the party in that information there. This one has more maps than the last game. Oop. Well, still have a chance. What have you done to me? I wish I'd never come to this shop. I have peeled back the curtain and found a world of darkness and despair. My blind eyes are more open than yours have ever been. The old gods reach out through the tall stones, but we have forgotten their names and tongue. Something stirs from their slumber. They want something from us. I wish I'd never come here, and yet I feel more alive than I have in a long time. I will let you know if I see more with the spirit eye. She's the painter. She's the painter we gave the creepy thing to instead of the thing that was just normal and kind of gave her synesthesia. We gave her something to see and pass the void. So, you know. Like, oop. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know people who are behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes, but nobody's listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's might, please, and I'll be on my way. Do I give her the thing that will kill? A Corvin's might, sometimes called an eagle's gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came from her to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle, and was the legendary Bloody Queen was born. Or a Gray's Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share a design of the shadow catcher. What else is known as a shadow catcher? Shadow catcher. Shadow hold. Shield charm. I'm gonna assume shadow hold is the same thing as a shadow catcher. Shadow catcher design. Okay. So that's probably the shadow catcher there. Which one was the shadow hold? Ah, that was the shadow hold. Okay, so that's the shadow catcher, or the Gray's Grace, or a Corvin's Might was the other option if I feel like inciting chaos. And the eagle dropped a pearl of some sort. Well, I don't even know if I have a Corvin's Might. Doesn't seem like I do. Unless it's this, maybe? Or this? Well, whatever. I know for a fact that this is a Gray's Grace, so we're gonna use that. Oh, she knew. I will get a hold of Corvin's Might. Well, it won't be for me. Crazy. Hi! It's good. It's so good. I loved the original. Happy Friday, thank God. What was this? Gray's Grace. So I played the first game from them, which was Strange Horticulture. Yes, indeed. We are indeed free, thank God, because if I had to go through another day of work, I might put my head through a wall after what today was. Okay, Crazy. Bye, Crazy. Not you. Her. Yes. I played Strange Horticulture, which is their first game, and highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Played it all in like a day and some change. Like, I think I played it nonstop for like 8 hours. Then I started this one last night, and yeah, I've been playing it since. It's kind of a puzzle game. It's like a deduction game. There's some puzzly elements to it where you have to like figure out, oh, what's the key? And oh, what's this? Where's this? And you have to figure out clues. Like you'll see in a second, at the end of every day, you get a card, like a tarot card looking thing. And it gives you a hint as to where another, in this case, artifact or antiquity is. Strange Horticulture, it was where another plant would be found. But in this case, we're looking for antiques or things that have this kind of spooky, creepy power to them. You're a thaumaturge, or somebody who people go to when they need things of a spiritual nature. So, like for example, as his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged toward the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Oop. Alright, so now I'm gonna do my little tracing that I have to do in order to get the shape that I need. And now I have a tarot card that I need to figure out where it goes to. So we have 3 maps. We have the map of the city. We have the map of this like castle that we can pilfer. And we have a map of the catacombs, which it looks like this is going to give us something within the catacombs. Let's set these aside. And we will open this one. I need this shape. So what has this shape? Maybe it's this? I feel like it would be this. And this does look like the right shape. Yeah, that seems like the right shape. I squeezed through a partially collapsed passageway and emerged in a small chamber, glinting in the flickering torchlight. I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. And we get a new pendant. So now you'll see like some of these are tagged. These are ones that I've kind of determined what they are using the different books that we have. So every time somebody will come in, for example, let's put this away with all my other brass ones. We'll call in the next client. This is Constance Bader. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Okay, so we want an Amphesian talon. We will go to our reference book, look up Amphesian talon. The League of the Amphesian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it's said that they worship the ancient, nameless god, communing with them via broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. An initiate of the League of the Amphesian Heart. Oh, shit. Well, the other lady has claws on her face. This guy's just got, like, nail marks. Okay, so in the game, you're going to see there's a woman that keeps popping up. And she's like, oh, my sister's crazy. Oh, she thinks this, that, and the other. Don't give her anything dangerous to do spooky, scary stuff with. And she has 3, like, scratch marks down her face. I don't think it's the same. Because this is, like, a little nail mark versus the other thing is claws. So, I don't know. Let's see, though. So, we need to find an Amphesian talon. That's a witch's finger. I wonder if it's locked behind here. It's gotta be like a pendant, right? Amphesian talon. Are there any indicators? Nameless gods via the broken path and blood. That's not the same. It's gotta be like a pointy thing, yeah. Something that can, like, something that can pierce the skin. Amphesian. Broken path. Blood. I'm looking right now at the index to see if anything on the side triggers something. Life, melancholy, moonheart, menther. Nameless god, Amphesian talon. There it is again. No light, no dice, no dice. Okay. So if it's already got a tag, it's already named, which means it's not going to be whatever we're looking for. Maybe? Steel tilling, weathered. Nothing to remark. Tin. Let me read up on it again. Hold on. League of Amphesian Heart uses these as part of a grimage rite. Guards secrets closely, but they said they worship the ancient nameless god, moving with them via the broken path. Is there any information about the broken path? Black heart, burning blood, Morgan Stanley, sapphire squares. Nope. Gemstones. Anything in the symbology? Any symbols I should look at? Blood. Tin, quicksilver, lead, silver. That's totally fine. I feel like I always catch you when you're making dinner. That's, I mean, hours time difference, so it makes perfect sense. That's the end of it. Horn God, Triple Goddess, which is not. This is all in Wicca. Rebirth, which is signs, spirituality, blessings. Autumn, spring, summer, winter, fog, hail, blah, 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 blah. None of that is useful. Nothing that indicates blood. What is the, Sangre? S-A-N-G-R-E is the other word for blood, like the medical term. Calm, death, confusion, life, paralysis, poison, fear, foresight, perception, strength, truth, fortune, hypnosis, insanity, weakness, wisdom. Nameless gods, broken path. Is there anything on nameless gods? Just the infusion talon. But when I look up blood, I get the Orford Spire, which is that horned goat thingy. I'm your dinner time buddy. I love it. Rice on a cracker. What the heck is an infusion talon? The talon hard against their cheekbones, kind of drawing blood. It's gonna bother me. Okay. I almost want to try this hand thing. Bronze, turquoise gemstone, polished, hard and cool. Nothing, nothing. There's nothing particularly of note from what they said. Nothing remarked. I mean, creepy hand? Maybe? Oh, actually, hold on. Streaked with red. Huge black gemstone streaked with red. It's got claws on it. Maybe? What do we think? The creepy hand or the hand holding the bloody, like the red splattered gemstone? I feel like it's the gemstone with the red splatter. I kind of want to go with that. I've only gotten a few wrong in the entire game so far. I'm doing it. And it was wrong. Okay, so not that. I mean, creepy hand. Maybe. Nope, also not right. And I've got one more before I'm wrong. All right. We're trying the last thing that I think it could be. The triangle with the dots. Let's look at the symbology thing again. I don't know, man. I tried the gemstone. It didn't do it. This is the only thing left that I think even kind of makes sense, except for maybe this, but the symbols on it mean protection and wisdom. So it's not, I really don't think it's that. Unless it's this again, and it's just referred to as two different things, the Orford Spire. I don't want to do the same thing that I've done before. All right. You're probably going to see what happens when you fail a task because I don't think this is the right thing, but I'm going to send it anyway. Not the right thing. All right, so what happens when we fail a task? This is the first time I'm getting to this point, by the way. Like, we're on day, like, 8 in the game, maybe day 9. All right, we gotta roll to match these symbols. Okay. Click a second of the seal and break it. Okay. Cool. Oop. Yikes. Okay, so we need 2 stars or 2 snakes. Oh, I can click a dice to unlock it. Or to click a dice to lock it. Break the seal before it breaks your mind. Thanks, kitty. What the heck, man? He sucks. Oh, no. Okay, thanks, kitty. At least he saved me one. The fucking cat paw just reaching and being like, I got you, bro. I don't know if I lock... Like, does it have to be these 2 exact symbols or just 2 and 2? Alright, just 2 and 2. Okay. Sanity restored. Alright. We got to day 9 without needing to do any of that. So that's a pretty good streak. Alright, so we've tried A, B, and C. I know for a fact that's a witch's finger. This one, maybe? No, still not right. I don't want to use a clue. Might have to use a clue. I'm gonna try repeating an item. Not. Okay. Alright, we're gonna use a clue. I need an item that looks like it could cause the imprint shown in the sketch when pressed into the cheek. It was like a curve, like a fingernail. Right? Yeah, it's like a... Oh, maybe it's 2? I could have sworn this is a witch's finger. I'm fairly confident that that is just a witch's finger. Something that looks like it could cause... Maybe I was thinking about it wrong. Maybe it's 2. Oh my god, it's totally this. It is totally this, because look at her necklace and look at the ring on the finger. The snake ring. That's not a witch's finger. That's what I get for guessing. It wasn't even the nails that did it. It was the frickin' snake. Well, that was annoying. I was so sad that that was a witch's finger. This is why we don't make assumptions, people. Simone Green. Oh, wait, where is Jupiter today? Where's my cat? I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? Oh. Okay, those are Dradic symbols. They definitely are. Could it relate to the plinths? Because that is the same as this text. Thematic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thematic lens. But where do I find a thematic lens? I've had this note since the beginning. Object made from silver produces a diurnal field. That's a diurnal field pattern. Out of curiosity. Will this do anything? Kind of wondering if like holding something silver over the map will produce a diurnal field of sorts. Doesn't seem to. Hi, Spicy. Yeah, you know, big brain ideas come and go sometimes. Sometimes they happen for me. Sometimes they happen and it's just my small brain trying to be a big brain. I'm really bothered by this now, though. Mars in winter, rising in summer. I feel like this text on the page means something. Mars in winter, rising in summer. Look at that, my two buds coming together, Ginger and Spicy. Spicy gingers! Mars in winter, rising in summer. Okay, hold on. Mars in winter. Iron. Okay, wait. Iron. Let me draw my desk mat because I'm a terrible person. Mars in winter. Rising in summer? I don't know what rising in summer means. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, hold on. Mars in winter. Okay, so there's the symbol for Mars in winter, comma, rising in summer. Nope, thought I had a brain there for a second, but then it stopped being a brain. Because there's no symbol for summer anywhere. I'm gonna click the courtyard and see what happens. Nothing happened. Okay. Okay, the Mars symbol. Mars symbol. It makes me think like of a crop cycle, rises in summer. Where's the Mars symbol? So the Mars symbol is here in the courtyard. Plants. Mars in winter. So iron in winter, rising in summer. Y'all, my brain is itchy. I'm trying to scratch it. And I don't know. Hold up. You might be getting somewhere with that. Is there a sign for Leo? No, so we have Jupiter, Venus, the Sun, Mars, Moon, Mercury, Saturn. The library? No. Piled on the desk, I find books on ornithology along these series of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books they read. No, nothing there. That's Taurus. That's blessings. Hold on, let's see. The sun. Oh wait, Mars in winter, rising in summer, the sun or the moon. It could be either or. The sun though, maybe? Nope, this was a mistake. Ah, shit. All right, we're gonna pause on doing any of that because I feel like I'm gonna run my risk. Oop, Bonnie's back. Crazy bitch. I've come back for that Corbin's mite, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. I don't really have a Corbin's mite. She took my cat! That bitch! Ooh, if this wasn't a video game, she'd be on the ground. I want a Corbin's mite. Either you give it to me or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Calgar. I don't even think I have a It's a ransom note! Bitch dropped her ransom note and left! And she didn't even try to hide her face. I am befuddled right now. I don't have a Corbin's mite. That's why she didn't get it last time. This is a crazy bitch. We ride at dawn. Jupiter deserves better. I don't have a Corbin's mite. A Corbin's mite, sometimes called an eagle's gift, is an assassin tool that's makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior queen Corbin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. She turned the tide of battle. Legendary bloody queen was born. All right, fucking. Ooh, I hate complying with. Of the body. That's the symbol. I don't even think I have one. We're gonna have to wait. I don't have one. That's why she didn't get it last time. It's not because I didn't want to give it to her. Believe me, I wanted to incite chaos. But I didn't have one. So she got the other thing that it gave me an option to give her. My poor cat. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty ram when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmuth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I'm reading the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robinson and she sent me here. Terrible nightmares that are getting worse. Sleep vessel. Sleep vessel. I have it tagged already. had nightmares. We're trying to clear the nightmares. I was a lot better at this game yesterday. Spicy can tell you, I did really good at this game yesterday. Yo, what is happening? What is happening? I'm so at a loss. I think I'm just so distraught over Jupiter being missing. Cessation from burning, necrosis of the fess, empty device, skin is pale, tinted blue eyes, walking hallucinations, increasing but noctic sight. Okay. Noctic. So sleep vessel was not it. Either a selenic totem or an ambra. Cause mental fog. No. Moonstone Guardian. I swear this was the Moonstone Guardian. Yes. I'm very distraught over my cat, and I don't know what to do to fix it because I don't have what she wants. The Corvin's Might. I don't have it. What if I just go to the woods behind Calagarth? $25. What happens if I just go? That's close enough, a voice says. Give me the Corvin's Might and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone among the trees. I hesitate. Should I give it to her? But then again, I am a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there's a better way to find out where Jupiter is. Ah! Okay, so, team vote. Do we... I still don't think I have a Corvin's Might. That's the problem. Okay, so, moral of the story is, earlier in the game, I didn't give somebody something they wanted. I gave them something because their sister came in and said, hey, please don't give them anything dangerous. They wanted a Corvin's Might. I gave them something else. They're like, bitch, I know that's not what I asked for. I'm not stupid. I'll come back for the right thing. I'll get it whether you like it or not. Later on, my cat goes missing, and I get this fucking note. I want a Corvin's Might. Either you give it to me, or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Calgarth. The bitch stole my cat. So yes, we ride at dawn. So right now I have the option. I can either do a diverging hook, which cuts out a part of somebody's brain. Literally, it's a diverging hook is a way to carve the thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all. but it is all too easy to leave a mind in disarray, even when approached with care. The unanchoring thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone, each gemstone from each of the 3 thematic branches. Or we can figure out where a Corvin's Might is and give her the Corvin's Might. I don't think I have a Corvin's Might. I'm pretty sure I don't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cheat and look up what it is. Yes, husband, I'm fine. Just yelling about a cat. My husband texted me. I guess he heard me yell, "That bitch!" I had to text him back and let him know I'm alive and fine. I'm cheating, though. I am going to look up what a Corvin's Might is, because I'm probably going to do the other one because I want her brain. I want her mind to break. I hope I break her mind. You steal my cat, I break your mind. That's what payback is. Okay, so I do have a Corvin's Might. The Corvin's Might is this. I could give her this. Make it easy. I mean, it is an eagle talon. It makes sense. Huge black gemstone with red, iron, nothing to mark, rough, polished. So I have a Corvin's Might, or I can figure out which one is the diverging hook, which it said it has one of each of the stones from the 3 thematic branches. The 3 thematic branches are diurnal, celestial, and individual. And that has a yellow, a green, and a black. Diurenic. Dradic. Wixic. Wixic, Dradic, and Noctic. So I could either use the diverging hook and peer into her brain, or I can give her what she's asking for and get my cat back. Whatever choice I make affects the end result of the game, by the way. So I kind of want to incite chaos and just do the diverging hook. Plus, her sister asked me not to give her the freaking Corvin's Might. I don't know, team vote. I know what I would choose, but I'm curious what you guys would choose. Chaos? Or give in to peer pressure and give her what she's asking for? I feel like chaos is the win. Chaos! All right, chaos it is. Oh, that wasn't even it. My bad. Okay. This one, probably. There it is. Diverging hook. We're all aligned. I focus my attention on the diverging hook, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any thoughts relating to Jupiter. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something is wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forward now, confused, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed abroad the Merry Belle, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity toward the now placid woman in front of me. You know what? Bitch got what she deserved. Don't take my cat. What was that called? I forget what that was called. Diverging hook. Alright, where did they say it was? Say, stowed safely abroad. Something Mary. The Mary Bell, 23. I'm going to get my freaking cat back, people. The Mary Bell is an old paddler steam that hasn't been working condition for many years. Nobody abroad or nobody that I can see at least. So I climb over the railing and start peering through grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate cry coming from behind a windowless door. I try the handle, and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes. Jupiter. He springs from his prison into my arms, and I hold him tight to my chest as he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. Jupiter's back, guys. We're safe. Look at him. Never go away again, buddy. Look at him. Jupiter. I'm about to cry. Hi, Verona. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Calgarth Hall that I rather had. In the cellar, where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere. It's spreading in the water, in the earth. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. I'll see if I can find anything in the catacombs. I realize now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. A what? Sextrum. Sextrum. Trum, people. Sextrum. Protects against insanity in all forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. A what? Let's see. A sextrum. Protects against insanity. What gemstone would do that? Sunstone, fire and light, heat and life, stone of containment, dark purposes, stone of water, peace and safety. So the iolite, dark bluish purple, stone of earth and nature, fourth eye, stone of sight, between the mind and body, selenic, moonstone. Alright, so I'm thinking it's either something with a moonstone on it, or something maybe with kyanite, possibly with lowlight. Iolite. What is that symbol on there? It's a circle with lines and an upside down triangle, a line, and a little diamondy shape on the bottom. Let's see if that comes up with anything. Hey, come back. Protection. This curvy symbol, insanity. What did I say? Oh, Wait, where's the... I know the one for that. This one. Sextrum. Sextrum. That's a fun word to say. Let me tag that so I don't forget it. Alright. Let's see. I need to look something up because I need to figure out how to use these diurenic seals. Alright, thematic field. The lens, which is a key item to unlock. Okay. Well, it's apparently something that I need to unlock. I need to find the lens. Okay, well. Oh, that was the end of day 9. He tried to use a diverging hook on his partner as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped at the satchel, tearing it open, and sending the black casket tumbling out. Alright, we have a cross. My watch is telling me it's time to stand up. I will not listen. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Interesting. What's the weather today? In a moon, in the dark that does not shine. So we need a new moon. Oh, something clicked. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. This one? Bing, bang, boom, baby! I find a blank tombstone without much trouble, but there is nothing else here. Feeling foolish, I begin to make my way back to the surface, when suddenly I see it. Tucked away in a natural crack in the wall, a stone totem. This is what I came for. Looks like a person. Creepy. Jupiter, buddy. Look at how loudly he purrs. Love you, buddy. Ooh. I have traveled a long way searching for an eye of the forest. I have heard stories of the Dreyer of old who hunt in partnership with an eagle, seeing what they see soaring the wind. I intend to rekindle the lost custom. Perhaps you know something about it? Eye of Ceranos. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable them to enter the mind of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Ceranos himself wielded an eye. Eye of Ceranos are hard to come by. They are powerful and should not be used carelessly. Crisscross and a moon. So Noctic. The witch sign. Thought it might have been that tree thing, but it's not. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter minds of lesser creatures that allege that Ceranos himself wielded an eye. Eyes of Ceranos are hard to come by, should not be used carelessly. I'm glad I can be on the big screen. I feel special. This is gonna drive me. Maybe that one? Let's see, inner perception. Nothing to remark on inner perception. Has a pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. Okay. Rough and cool. Green gemstone. Dark wood, you perhaps. What is the green gemstone? Hey, come back. You guys are best friends. I love that we can make best friends on this channel. It's great. A stone of earth and nature, maybe? Maybe, possibly. That could be it. I'm gonna try that. Yeah! Eye of Ceranos. C-E-R-N-U-N-N-O-S. Eye of R-N-U-N-N-O-S. Ceranos. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, and I don't care. Ooh, postman's here. I was expecting to talk with Verona Green this morning, but she wasn't at home. Unusual for her. I hope she's okay. Something tells me Verona is stuck at the catacombs, somewhere losing her mind. If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual in our house. You can't miss us. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Time to go exploring! Alright, Ruskin. Ransom, Hollowell, Ruskin, the only detached house. I'm greeted by a tired-looking, middle-aged woman who immediately offers me a cup of tea. Ooh, tea sounds good. I might make tea. I'm gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander towards the point of my visit. She leads me up the stairs and into the attic. A single, small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. Then we hear the voices. First, I think it's the houses creaking in the wind, soft, murmuring groans that seem to come from the walls themselves. But then, I start to feel as though conversation is happening too quiet to make any sense of it. But then I start to feel as though conversation is happening too quiet to make any sense of it. Oh. Wait, where's the sound one? A hearing charm? With the hearing charm, I'm smart. I suddenly find myself able to pick up on every small sound without difficulty. The whispering voices become clearer, and my heart beats faster as I hear what they're saying. They're discussing a section of the wall where some of the bricks are loose. Carefully, I pull them away to reveal a small cavity. Inside, to my horror, is a human skull. its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. At the instance of the voices, I reach inside the cavity, and my hand closes around an unusual-looking item. Immediately the voices fall silent, and my heightened senses are left with the whoosh drumbeat of the blood being pumped around my body. Spooky. That's the triple goddess symbol almost. Greenvale Pierce. My father's sword has a space in the hilt where the shimmer should go, but he sold it to buy whiskey a long time ago. Whatever reason, he never did sell the sword itself. I want to restore it to its former glory. I need a shimmer. Do I have a shimmer? Oh, come on. Shimmer. These belong to a series of objects that were designed to slot into armor or weaponry. They induce calm rage in the face of unimaginable horrors of battle, allowing the bearer to stay one step ahead. The Knight of Thorns famously wore a shimmer on his chestplate, but it didn't save him from being slain in the Battle of Southerfell in 1356. Knight of Thorns. It's bolded, so clearly it's something I can probably look up in the index. Oh, just kidding. The only thing that lets me look it up is the shimmer. Battle of Southerfell in 1356. Is there something on the map, maybe? Is there anything called Southerfell? Doesn't appear to be. Nope, nothing that says Southerfell. Must pet the cat. Alright, let's see. There's a sort of shape with curves and what looks like 3 dots. Like this. Bing, bang, boom, baby! A shimmer. Freddie Lamb. I work in the steel mill in Keswick, and I don't think there's one of us that hasn't suffered a nasty burn. Do you have anything that can protect against that sort of thing? Burns, you say? Cyrene ward, made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat. These unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame, remaining unharmed. They do not offer protection against the deadly basilisk. Possibly? Yellow, orange, son of fire and light, heat and life. Yep, I'm gonna go with that. Cyrene ward. C-Y-R-E-N-E ward. Thanks. My wife will be relieved. I found this down the side of the counter here just now while I was waiting. Don't know if it's important or not. Oop. 'Tis important. Did I unlock it? I unlocked something. I found the lens. Fab. Okay, now what? Something made of silver? Ha ha ha! Ginger, I was right. It makes shapes happen. So the Elva stone makes number 3. What else is made of silver? This is of tarnished silver. What does that make? Also makes 3. What about something else? Let's see what other things make. That one makes curvy bits. What about you? Also makes curvy bits. I appreciate you. Let's see. Oh, that one makes 2 resounding bouncy curves. Not what I need, though. Wiggly wobblies. Wibbly wobbly timey wimeys. Oop, that makes 3s. Alright. Maybe something of iron? No. Bronze. Not that one. Stone. The Doctor Who reference. Yes, indeed. I used to be obsessed with that show. Like, obsessed. It's so funny because, like, oh, nope, that's like a DNA helix. That's not what I need. I don't find hardly anybody who's actually watched that show. It's crazy to me. We've unlocked something. Ooh. Ooh, spooky. Wait, where did my other little statue go? Where'd my other statue go? Definitely had another statue. Oh, it's still there. The trio has been the solidification of the bestification. Love it. Oh, Audrey Bell. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior, not out of love, but because he is powerful, because he demands our fear. What use is a god that you're not afraid of? Those of us who have read Holgar's teachings have known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. It contains his retribution against the sinful. It contains his divine rage. My preparations are underway for our celebration with his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled fen is all I require. With our powers combined, honestly, we all need, like, Powerpuff Girls colors. Shotty knows Buttercup because green is my color. A veiled fen is brightly colored in the light, but clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can use to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Books speak to them, sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. There you go. Spicy, I apologize, but that leaves you with Bubbles. Not that we don't love Bubbles. Bubbles is secretly insane and probably my favorite character because she's all sweet and cute and lovable, but she's also a little bit psychotic, and we love that for her. Brightly colored, but when it's left in the darkness for a period of time, it gets dim and cloudy. The Powerpuff people. Which one is it? This one, maybe? Brightly colored in the light, clouds over after a short period in the darkness. Looks the same. Looks the same. I don't think it's that one. It says brightly colored in the light. Clouds over after a short period in the darkness. No. The only thing I can think of is this. Nope, that's not right. I don't really have anything else that would make sense for it. Oh, well, there you go. Alright, I like to keep all of my labeled things together, especially when it comes to like having this many necklaces at this point. Having all my labeled things together is very useful. Same thing with these stone statues. Alright, we are almost there, folks. We are at end of day 10. The two men fought as heavens opened and lightning flashed across the night. One man wrestled the casket from the other's grasp and leaped astride his horse, galloping off into the cold, wet darkness. Ooh, some sort of something. It looks like it is 3 different locations, probably on the main map. So first thing we should find, it's a triangle of sorts. Oh, maybe this. Okay, so that's that corner. That's a loud crack of thunder. Alright, so the Twinnings is 1. Where's the next location? trying to see which one is the right shape. That thunder is loud in this game. Dang. This is hard. Where's this one? I'm gonna have to like lock in. Hold on. Gotta stop leaning back and just... Alright. We're looking for... something probably in this vicinity. Whatever it is, I'm gonna assume it's around... That was a lucky guess, because I didn't find the other two. That was very much just a guess. I draw back the curtain. I'm unable to control my exclamation of horror. Behind the dark red velvet is a silent, screaming, seething mass of eyes. All shiny and wet and alive. Yeah, that thunder was very well timed. Fear takes hold of my mind before my mind catches up, and I am understanding what I'm looking at. And when I do, I realize it's looking right back at me. Nope, not a fan. The object I'm looking at persists on a small shelf below the eyes. And the eyes watch as I snatch it and get out of there as fast as I can. Yeah, not a fan of anything that just happened in that interaction. We think we finally located the wreck of the Orion out in the lake. Sadly, our funding has run out, and we can't afford expensive diving equipment. But we put our heads together and wondered if there was another way. You're our last hope. Something with a blue stone of water, I assume? It's the curly leaf symbols. Water, the triangles. That's a stone of water. I feel like it's this. Nope, not that. Okay. Well, if it's not that. Would it be this one? Nope, not that one either. For an item that will allow someone to breathe underwater, I should use the index to see if there's anything helpful. this. Ah, it's this. Wait. Well. We're in very dangerous territory. The core item is cold to the touch, but the halo... Hard and cool, leathery and unpleasant, that's not it. It was this one. Oop, Rebecca Rose back. The spirit eye has revealed more. I now know what these nameless gods are after. It's a box of some kind. They have no name for it, but they say we call it Nalian Casket. They can feel its power, and they want it for themselves. They're afraid it's going to be opened. That all its power will spill out and be wasted. Not that they care what happens to humanity in the process. I know this sounds like the ramblings of a mad old lady. I know people look at me. They see weakness and frailty, but I am not wrong about this. Goodness me, this is all quite exciting. This is what it's always like around here. So what did she call it? A Nalian Casket. Nalian Casket, huh? M-N-O. Okay, so I don't have the paperwork on it yet. But I feel like it's one of these. Rowena. I am close, but I need more power. I need St. Cedric's thunder, quickly while the storm's raging. St. Cedric's thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Alchemists have been trying to harness this power for centuries. There have been rumors that some have indeed successfully used to transmute base metals into gold. Place the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. Orange stone, black stone, pink stone. Lightning. And the curly bits are thunder. Could be that. My husband will get upset if he sees that I've been doodling on my desk mat. It helps me keep track of things, people. Okay, all gone. But I do need to doodle because I need to remember these symbols. Okay. So we have thunder. And then lightning. Storm. What else might be good? Gold. What else? What else? Wait, what's the gemstone note? Okay. Alright, so it's gonna have a gemstone in it. This has got all the symbols of weather. There's the blue gemstone and the green gemstone. Both of those are options. That does not have anything of importance on it, I don't think. Alright, I'm going with this one. Nope, I was wrong. Oh, and I'm gonna have to do this part again. Fudge nuggets. I didn't realize it was the same day. Three cats? Hey, that was 3 moons. What do you mean? That was 3 moons. Thanks, cat. Thanks, Jupiter. I'm not counting it, huh? Be great if we can get 2 extra cats. Thanks, Jupiter. Oh, what happens if I— oh shit, if I crash out the whole thing, do I die? Oh, please don't make me crash out this whole thing. Yo. What happens? Oh, I just reset. Oh, that was so anticlimactic. I mean, I'm glad. I thought I was gonna, like, lose the whole game, but... Thanks, Jupiter. Thanks again, Jupiter. Hey, I had the suns. What the heck? Whatever. Okay, fine. Whatever. So anyway, it's not that one. Not that one either. Maybe you? Not that one either. It's the only thing left that makes sense. Nope, not that one either. Oh my god, I'm dumb. That literally has a symbol for thunder on it. St. Cedric's thunder. Oop. It was her sister whose mind I messed up. She's the one who stole my cat, so I don't care. What? No, I'm playing a game, and in the game, I refused to give somebody something that they could use to hurt somebody else. So later on, that person came back and stole my cat. Yeah, and then she threatened me. She said, I'm gonna get this thing, and or else you'll never see your cat again. I said, bitch, watch me. And I still didn't give it to her, and I fucked up her mind, and I made her go psychotic, and I got my cat back. No. It's a puzzle game. No, there's no guns. I couldn't do that. My husband had questions about the game. Locked behind an ethereal key. Ambra. We're looking for an Ambra. I feel like I've done the Ambra already. No, I haven't. These items cause mental fog and withering of intellect thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Though for prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Ambra, Selenic Totem, or Sleep Vessel. I swear I've done the Ambra already. I guess not. Ethereal Key. Keeps it locked behind ethereal key. Well, you know, it's probably behind this then. I don't think I have anything that helps with a key of sorts. Love, levitation, joy. Your feeling, gemstone, heck. Insanity, curse, death, demon, Draidic, blackheart. Ethereal key. That's the title of something. Is key a word? Key is not a word. An ethereal key is designed to be hidden from prying eyes. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. They are rare and not generally known about outside of demonic circles. Gemstones of the night power the concealment charm. So a gemstone of light versus a gemstone of night. Aha! Well, that was a lucky guess. Alright, so now I need to figure out which one is the Ambra. Let me tag this first. Pearl use they customize has turned black. Produce a Noctic field. How do I know what produces a Noctic field? Maybe that one? I don't see that symbol anywhere. Oh, hypnosis. Maybe? Nope, not that one. Oh, and we're back. God, I suck at this game right now. I was so good yesterday. Sorry, that pesky hubby of mine came home and distracted me. It's okay, mine came out of the shower and distracted me too. Three of a kind, three of a kind. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Is it already unlocked? It's already unlocked. So I just need to figure out which one is the Ambra. Raised detailing, smooth. That's a blessing of some sort. That's a compass. Why did I hear a theme? Nothing to remark for sight and sound. Nothing to remark. Intricate detailing. Gold. You just have a hardened carved wood with white paint. Rough to the touch. Bone. Clay. Hard and smooth and textured. What's that symbol? Paralysis. Let's see. Confusion? There it is. Bonnie? What do you want? Oh. She doesn't remember us. She doesn't know what she did. It's okay. Probably better that way. They found some poor soul washed up on the lake. An older lady, but oh no! No! Her eyes were all black, just like the others. I'm not taking any chances with water around. I'll take a bones guard. I hope it's not who I think it is. Our painter lady. Smaller items known as a bones guard can be placed in a liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, so always drank something from the same goblet, and he always placed a bones guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1203. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. Okay. What is the antidote? These objects bear the mark of the antidote. It's a little thing. What is that symbol? Oh. Yep, that's it. Poison, but reverse. I can't pay you, but I can offer a trade if you'll accept it. What you got? A hand. Sir, that is a hand. Seems we have many hands happening. The rider was lucky. He made it to Backbarrow and found refuge there and was nursed back to health. He would later discover his left eye permanently blackened like his partner had been. Ooh, this is a pretty one. It's like a sun. The sun and the moon. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. I feel like that has to do with the catacombs. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. Find the row of 3 tombs in the upper level of the catacombs. The cool darkness is strangely calming at times down here, and I sit for a while in quiet contemplation.
When I roused from my thoughts, I looked down at my feet and found an item there. Had it been there all along? I never noticed when I sat down. Ooh, she creepy. Oh, she makes noise. It's like a wind chime. Have I met all the people yet? Oh, I'm still missing one person. I'm hearing a worrying rumor about Verona Green. They say she drowned in the lake. I hope for all our sakes they're wrong. Verona was being helpful. According to a family legend, an ancestor of mine hid an item of thematic significance in his burial chamber. It's never been found, but not for lack of trying. I was tempted to search it myself until I learned that this was in the catacombs, in a place known as the Hall of Shields. Perhaps it's better to leave those who know what they're doing. Hall of Shields, huh? I assume it's here. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It is not fear, although fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the Depths, a place from where few have been and fewer have returned. Not even Palance can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe. But there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. Wandering shroud. Let's see. Shield charm or spirit bolt. Known as a voided chamber and used to store the wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. They are not considered dangerous since the shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. Not that one. What's the shield charm? Generic charms of protection have little to offer this skilled thaumaturge, but can have a small effect. An Ozic spirit or wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient, and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials. They're rarely precious metals. Let's see. Line with sulfur. Not that one. Okay, so not the spirit bolt. But the, what was it? Shield charm? Yes, shield charm. What? Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called Wandering Shroud. So I want Wandering Shroud. I don't want to be protected against it. I want it. Do I want to use the Ascus? Maybe I want the Ascus? Nope, not the Ascus. I did. And I went to the two things that it said I should use. It says to look up Wandering Shroud, but I did that. And I clicked both of the things that it suggested, and neither one of them. Hence the nickname. Sulfur smells like rotten eggs, so I picked the one that apparently smelled like rotten eggs. But then I also picked the shield charm. It tells me the spirit vault is empty. Let me see it. I don't know what that means. Annoying. I was gonna play Polly tonight, but this game just sucks me in, man. I don't really understand this part of the game. I just keep rolling until it tells me, hey, you got something. Okay, next part. All right. It told me the hint I used said to look up a Wandering Shroud, and I did that. And it gives me the shield charm or the spirit vault. When I select the spirit vault, it says it's empty. But this says I should inhale. Look up Wandering Shroud in the index book. I did that. I'm looking for a container of some kind. I did that too. Do I have to open it, maybe? This is the only other thing. Yeah, see, it's not that. I'm looking for a container of some kind. Well, I have a container right here, so why won't it let me use it? I don't see any other unless it's over here? No, I don't see any other container. I'm so confused. Watch, it's gonna tell me I can't use it. The spirit vault is empty. It's not of use to me yet. I have written Baron Potter he will know where to find one. I'm gonna have to come back to that. Oh! Lady. Clearly. I went exploring Heathwood and came across a grave. It was overgrown with dark brambles, so I started to clear them to get a better look at the inscription. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. Thorns were thick and menacing, and I scratched my arm on one of them. I've not felt well since. Please help me. Let's see. Poison in the mind. Nightmares, bleeds into the eyes. Mouth and tongue, so speech becomes impossible. Not curse. Poison of some sort. Hmm. Hmm. I don't see anything for healing. Maybe a purifier? Maybe a caustic purifier. Nope, not a purifier. Not the shield charm either. And we're back in this game. I hate this game! I looked at the curse pamphlet. It didn't seem like anything there made sense. Oh wait, Blackheart. Ooh. Yikes. Eventually death will occur. dried seed pod of a sheep snap plant. Success. Lamb's siphon. Thaddeus White. I don't know you, but it's time I introduce myself. I'm the curator of the Museum of History here in Undermere. Eli and I have a complicated relationship. Don't all siblings? Why do I feel like the next game is going to be this museum? Anyway, I don't tend to come by the shop much anymore, but I heard he had left town for a few days. I wanted to bring him this, but I know he'd only turn me away without even looking at it. Dope. New pendant. Thanks, buddy. Simone Green. I love the librarian. She gives me new things. Jupiter! Thank goodness you're safe. I was worried about you. I hope my mother is okay, too. I've lost count of her gossip over the years. The truth is, when she gets stuck in a mystery, she's known to disappear for days at a time. In the meantime, I believe I found another clue in the journal. The text directly before this was largely legible, but I was able to make out a reference to a vault of some kind. Three resonance objects, lightest first, heaviest last. Okay. Resonance objects. Well, I think... Did I already finish that one? Guess not. How do I know which one is the resonant object it wants? I don't know what to make of that little letter yet. Francesca. I got a fright when I brought the body out of the poor drowned woman to me with those lifeless black eyes. I thought for sure it was Verona at first. She does look like her, but we're quite certain it's a lady from Hawkshead who went missing a few days ago. There's one thing I can't get out of my head. Why would she try to swim across the lake? In the meantime, Verona is still missing. I don't like to use thematic needles as a rule, but the circumstances are beyond the rulebook. We need answers. A thematic needle. The weight of these tall items decreases when heated. Tall item, So 2 pounds, it weighs more than that. But if I heat it, holding it over the flame. Oh, cool. Audrey Bell, she's back. Oh, okay, people are afraid, and they have a right to be, but it's too late for them. They are of no use to us, but you might be. Prove yourself, and perhaps Holgar will deem you worthy of saving. I require an object to steady my mind, my restless congregation, and remind them why I am the one to lead us through this turbulent time. I respect strength and power above all else. Morgan's Folly or the Fortunance. Fortunance can enhance physical strength or restore strength that has been sapped, whether by exertion or hex. Stone and iron, and usually take the form of a small totem. Or Morgan's Folly. A folly can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precautions should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. Maybe this is Morgan's Folly? Sort of a hidden symbol. It's not very hidden, but it's a little hidden. The curvy line symbol. Paralysis. Blessings. And hypnosis. I don't think it's that one. I think it might be this. Morgan's Folly. I want to try to hypnotize her, you know? Oh, never mind. I thought I was going to be the one to hypnotize her. Turns out I gave her something to go hypnotize her people. Whoops. Okay, I still want to figure out this. 3 resonant objects. Lightest first, heaviest last. Why does my phone keep blowing up? Sorry, my mom texted me something and now I'm having to manage that from her. Alright. 3 resonant objects. Lightest first, heaviest last. Oh, hi, compass. Ambra? Okay, I'm gonna guess this is Elvis Stone. Figuring shit out, guys. Ooh. Yes? Dang, I'm good at this. That's crazy. I wonder if I pick... Well, now it doesn't do anything. Guys, I'm so close to the end. Do I just run it up and finish it tonight? Waits 3 months for a game, finishes it in 1 day. Excuse me. It's gonna be 77 degrees tomorrow. I am marked by Jupiter. Oh, Jupiter. Wait a minute. Jupiter. What did you mark, buddy? I don't see a footprint anywhere on here. Not on this one. No. Is there a cat symbol anywhere? Or is it the legitimate symbol for Jupiter? Let's see. Jupiter. Looks like a curly number 4. The mark of Jupiter on my map leads me to a square room on the ground floor. Other than an intriguing torn note, there doesn't seem to be anything of interest until I notice the bookshelf is mounted on a runner and can slide to one side. I push it, and it glides easily, revealing hidden recess behind the wall. Got a snake pendant and the rest of the letter. Okay. I assume these two go together. The castle vaults are blocked by a diurenic seal. It can be opened by any object made from silver or gold that produces a diurenic field. Castle vaults. What castle vaults? Oh. The vaults are blocked by a large iron door. It has no handle or keyhole. Doesn't give the slightest push when I push against it. I realize it's been thematically sealed. It doesn't help much. It's not clear what I need to open it. Not that. Anything silver or gold? What did it say? Anything made from silver or gold that produces a diurenic field. Circle, 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 dot, dot. That is my no-no spot. No, wait. Circle, circle, dot, dot. You think that girl is hot? Oh god, what is it? Oh god, somebody help me. Circle, circle, dot, dot. You think that girl is hot? Ah, that's gonna bother me. If you know it, please drop it in the chat, 'cause it's gonna bother me. Okay. Circle. 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 Line. Diamond. Line. Okay, so that's the field it needs to produce. Any silver or gold object. There we go. The door slides open without a sound, as though it has been kept well oiled over the years. Behind it, I find a natural cavern that extends into the rock beneath the castle. Somewhat disappointingly, the walls are lined with racks of whiskey bottles instead of the rows of artifacts that I was picturing. When I show Edmund, he's delighted, and he spends some time examining the dusty shelves. It's not long before he makes a find I'm surprised I missed. I return to the shop with a spring in my step and a curious item that demands further study. Interesting, interesting. Bishop Square is a simple tool of my great-grandfather's devising, loosely based on a briar's disc. By all accounts, he was an impressive man, but it would seem his mind began to fail him at the end. Perhaps he spent too long studying his Zia. He imagined invisible enemies coming to steal away his most prized possessions, so he began hiding them about the castle, noting their locations in a code that only he understood. Noted. Leaf dot curvy thing in winter. Winter, autumn, spring, and summer. So it's the 4 seasons. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Mars is in winter. Winter. Mars is in winter. Rising in summer. Smell of cooking greets me as I enter. Feeling foolish, I try to avoid the cook squares while following the clues left by a mad old man. What was I thinking? Not going to find anything here, and yet, on the exact spot where the map leads me, there is something. A floorboard that has been cut and replaced with little difficulty. I lift it up and feel around in the cavity below. My fingers grasp something hard. Got a totem! Use the bishop's square. Check. Is there any more to the bishop's square, or is that all? Nope, that's not the end of it. I don't see any more notes. I can't say too much. It has fallen to me to carry a secret that people would kill for, that people have killed for. It's a lot of weight to carry around, and it's in my head, and it's getting harder to bear around certain family members. It occurred to me that it would be safer in an I can't say that word. Ecumenical. Okay, I know which one it is. Based purely on the time thing on the front of it. Oh, it's getting dire out there. They found the body of that priest last night. She was torn to shreds by her own congregation and left to rot outside the town hall. Maybe we made a bad choice giving her the hypnotic thing. Probably should have given her the string about muscles. Such horrific violence. It has no place in our town. My bad, sis. I didn't mean for you to get torn to shreds. Yes, it's possible to capture a wandering shroud. To the north of town, if you follow the little stream up through the woods, you'll come out on a hilltop. There is clearly some ancient significance. It's not uncommon to see wandering shrouds there. Be patient, be still, and they will come. Okay, what did it say? Little stream. North of town, you follow the little stream up through the woods, you'll come out on a hilltop. Gotcha, bitch. I sit and wait patiently. Hold on. After a pleasant walk along the beck, I reach a series of grassy mounds. The barrows, whoever buried in them, must have been important in their time. If I am to collect what I have come for, I will need to prepare. I sit and wait, quietly and patiently, not certain exactly what I'm looking for. For some time, nothing happens, and then, after my mind has drifted toward a warm fire and a hearty supper. Bye, Ginger. It was good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know how much longer I have left on this game, honestly. I've been beating it into submission, and I don't know that I want to finish it in 2 days anyway, so good night. I'll see you next time. Then, long after my mind has drifted toward a warm fire and a hearty supper, I notice a movement in the corner of my eye. A strange, thin mist has formed near one of the barrows. It seems to produce a sort of dark light, a contradiction that my eyes have trouble perceiving clearly. The ethereal creature, for surely knows this is a creature of some kind, ambles toward the vault that I have left out for this purpose, and I daren't breathe as it slowly nestles itself within the receptacle. Dang, he just went in there for funsies. Alright. Shit. To the catacombs. I breathe deeply from the spirit vault as it clears my mind. I don't care to linger too long down here, but I forge until I reach the unmistakable Hall of Shields. The stone sarcophagus sits on a raised portion of rock in the center of the cavern. I hold the torch close to better see the inscription inside the tomb. It reads, "The sun's light will reveal my gift." Mystified, I cast my eyes up to the walls of the cavern and search the shields for some other clue, but nothing stands out. Maybe? The sunbond banishes darkness in an instant, half blinding my gloom-adjusted eyes and bringing summer's warmth to the cold cavern, blinking and squinting. I notice that one of the shields in particular is glowing in the bright light. I reach up and pull down the shield to reveal a small cavity hewn into the rock behind it. Inside is a blood-red urn. A snake! It's a snake! Okay. Still not quite done with the Bishop's Square information, but that's okay. James Herschel's back. I got to thinking after I left earlier. Transferring this secret to an ecumenical only adds an extra step. Yes, it's safer than walking around with it in my head, but I would know where to find it. What I really need is a truth conduit so I can deceive them into thinking I know nothing at all. These can be rolled around along the tongue to be... Wait, that's Tormund's Bane. These items are used by tricksters and swindlers to deceive. They do not warrant the design of a dark article that some want to apply to them, but they can be and have been used maliciously. The gentle sound they produce anchors the mind, and the spell is woven, combining symbology with a deeper, more primitive power. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. So something that produces a sound. Nope, not that. So none of those. Not that either. Which one is it? What does that symbol mean? Deception. I think that's the one. There we go. I know I'm probably spelling everything wrong, and you know what? That's fine. Making sure that everything I've clicked thus far that I know of is labeled. Looks like it is so far. Who's this? Oh, you're new. I never felt more tired or more devoid of life. An apathy settled in my bones that I don't seem to be able to shift. But while I still have breath in my lungs, I will not succumb without a fight. By the grace of Grey, I will find a way forward. Grace of Grey. Hmm. Oh, excuse me. It's getting to that time. Grace of Grey. Apathetic, tired, devoid of life. Oh, Grey's Grace. Here we go. Worn as a pen to dispel melancholy. Barton Porter. I've had a tip-off about something exciting. Have you come across these so-called nameless gods? Did you know that the tall stones that sometimes you find in high places were once doorways of a kind? And here's the exciting part. An inscription has appeared on the top of a stone that sits atop Weatherlam. That's where you come in. I'm confident that a pit will open the doorway. The other option is a Bariella to read the inscription, but they say that if you read the language of the nameless gods, you can become cursed, which I can't say I like the sound of. I'm leaning more toward the direct approach, but then again, that could be dangerous too. So the theorized curse by reading the names, by reading the inscription, or opening the doorway itself. I'd rather him be cursed by reading the inscription, so we're gonna look up the Babiella thingy. Meaning the unusual markings on a Babiella is not clear. They resemble a Mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a Mentic field. They can be used to aid with translation of foreign texts, although they require some skill to make full use of this ability. I see you found what you were looking for. The ability does not transfer to spoken language. Okay, so they have this symbol of the Mentic field, but they do not produce a Mentic field. So circle on top, big circle, little circle on the bottom, and then the triangle thingy. Is that it? Looks like it. So it carries the symbol of the Mentic field, but it does not produce a Mentic field. I would say that one. Babiella. Yep. Babellia. Thank you. I hope this works. Here's a token of my appreciation. Something you to ponder over. Babellia. Ooh, what is that? I met the last person, the curator. With dreams of earning his fortune long banished from his mind, the man brought the casket to a trusted friend, the curator of a museum in Undermere. Together, they look for answers. Brother, what are you doing? I'm buried with the Knight of Thorns. I want to assume it's this one because that has like a rose on it. Not that one. The Knight of Thorns. I mean, it's the only other knight there. Okay. I wonder who comes up with all these designs for these things. I'm curious about that. Lots of rain. Thomas Pope. I almost feel like it's this. Not that. Then this. Not that either. Hmm. I don't know. I know that there's a symbol for Jupiter in here. That, like, 4-looking thing. Oh, but it's made of tin. What's this? The Agnes Dance.
Okay.
Getting easier and easier to identify things sometimes. There's less and less to identify, that's why, but...
Oh, you
Edmund. Oh, I got a new note. Blessings in the spring, rising in autumn. Blessings, blessings in the spring, rising in autumn. The symbols on the map led me up the winding stair of the North Tower. The pendant has been carefully hidden. Knowing where to look means that it does not take me long, and I am soon on my way back to the shop with a new trinket to add to our growing collection. Lots of pendants, lots of dingly danglies. Thaddeus. You are suspicious, sir. Worried it's all my fault. I'd hoped my brother would be back by now. An idea, though. No thaumaturge, but I think we can weaken it using a witherance. Oh dear me, this had better work. You know what you're doing, clearly.
yeah. Oh, okay. Oh shit, okay.
God, they keep getting more papers. Jacob Priestley. Mind severed. Mither. Foreman's paralysis. His face. rolled around the tongue to cure torments, paralysis, or one against the neck to prevent against the curse. Like many curses that ward against curses, like most items that ward against curses, they emit a diurenic field.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh.
That diurenic? Wow, I'm starting to memorize shit. Crazy.
Shit.
Not you.
Okay.
Could be you. Not you. Not you. Doesn't produce anything. Not you. Not you.
Yeah.
Could be you.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And could be you. Alright. See what that symbol means. Paralysis. Inversion of paralysis on there. I always go with this one, because that has a symbol for inverted paralysis. Not that one. Not that one either.
Alright. Blasting off again. Alright, well, I'm no longer going to use any of the skating method. Yeah, I'll try there. Not here. No. Oh, here. Okay, I'll go for the front.
Why doesn't it want to keep those? Does it have to be the sun?
I'm so glad. I was never too. Alright. Let's see if it's there. Alright. We have street. God, they're gonna see though. God, going fast. Oh shit! Jump. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh dude! This dude fucking. Oh fucking abominable. Oh shit!
Alright, let's try this again, shall we?
Oh,
So I said that, yes, that one, that one. Not that one.
I gotta remember it. You know, listen. Oh, there it is. Got it. playing until I was 2. Had a Mario. It's free. I think it's free. Yeah. This is the game. Maybe it's actually. Yeah.
Meant it.
They have like the ground like laptop. You know, they have. Can't look up on the thing. It looks like AI. Looks like they created AI that made
Not that one.
Oh, you're right. Oh, okay. Speaking of speed.
Not that one either.
Oh shit, it's water. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I actually died. Okay. Oh, I put that big iron.
Not that either.
Yeah. Never actually. Yeah, I'm both right. I think I've lost action. Not on the oh, I think one was the water. Yeah, honestly, I enjoyed that game. Like the mountain bike, okay,
Oh, goodness gracious. Are there any other methods? Oh, so it's a cup. It's one of the cups.
Thought if I beat it, maybe I would have been able to beat it, but no. Alas. I have to go through this stupid thing again. I think I'm gonna call it there for the night because I'm pooped. And I only have 3 days left of the game. And I still have to shower. It's midnight. And I have a lot to do tomorrow. So I should probably go
Get ready for bed. X. Alrighty. That is all for tonight, folks.
Oh,
If you're still with me, thanks. Sorry I got lazy and stopped talking about 20 minutes ago because I'm tired. I didn't realize I've been playing that for like 4 hours. I think I've been streaming for like 4 hours now. So, on that note, I'm gonna go shower. I get changed. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go shower and get changed, and I might hop on Palia, but I probably won't be back in streaming until tomorrow. So, thanks for joining. It was fun. My butt hurts, and I'll